Most men think women lose interest because they did something wrong. Wrong. The truth is darker, more biological, and far more predictable. Women are wired to lose interest in men who don't understand their psychology. And if you don't master this secret knowledge, you will keep repeating the same painful cycle. Interest, attraction, and then sudden silence. You see, men are raised to believe words. A woman says, "I like you. I'm different. I want something serious." And you believe it. But attraction isn't verbal. Attraction is biological. It's her nervous system, her hormones, her evolutionary triggers. What you miss are the signals, the subtle, unconscious behaviors that reveal where her interest truly lies. That's why you've experienced it. She seemed into you, texting every day, laughing at your jokes. Then suddenly, she wasn't feeling it anymore. It wasn't random. It was her biology quietly telling her, you are not the man who excites her at the deepest level. Let me reveal the pattern. Women don't lose interest randomly. They lose interest in clusters, biological clusters. Here's what I mean. Availability cluster. If you're too available, her dopamine crashes. Women need tension, anticipation. If you remove the chase, her nervous system registers you as safe but boring. Attraction fades. Status cluster. Women constantly scan for cues of dominance, confidence, and hierarchy. If she senses you are lowering your ambition, your drive, or your edge, her biology says, this man is not the genetic investment I need. Interest collapses. Masculinity cluster. Testosterone speaks louder than words. Your tone, your body language, your presence. If these signal hesitation, neediness, or weakness, her subconscious reads, this man cannot protect or lead. Instantly, arousal dies. These are not opinions. These are evolutionary survival strategies coded into her DNA. She is programmed to filter out men who cannot create tension, display power, and radiate masculine certainty. Before I go deeper, understand this. Most men will never be told this truth. Society wants you weak, confused, and disposable. If you're ready to gain the psychological advantage, pause for 2 seconds, hit subscribe, and lock into this channel. Because the men who learn these secrets are the men women chase, while everyone else stays frustrated, rejected, and confused. Why does a woman's interest spike, then plummet? Biology. The female brain is driven by dopamine and oxytocin cycles. In the beginning, she gets dopamine highs from your mystery, your unpredictability, your edge. But as soon as she predicts you, when you become routine, when you are always available, the chemical cocktail shifts. Dopamine drops, oxytocin bonds fade, and her brain starts craving a new stimulus. That's why women say, I don't know, the spark is gone. It's not about spark, it's about her brain chemistry. Here's the brutal truth. In modern dating, women are bombarded with options. Every DM, every like, every glance in public is another male offering. So if you fail to trigger those ancient biological signals, she doesn't just lose interest, she replaces you. So here's your choice. You can keep living blind, believing her words, ignoring her signals, and wondering why every relationship ends the same way. Or you can step into mastery. You can learn the forbidden psychology of attraction, understand the clusters of interest, and use biology to your advantage. Because men who know this don't chase. They lead, they attract, they command respect. And men who don't, they fade into the background, ghosted, ignored, forgotten. The next move is yours. Subscribe now. Join the brotherhood of men who refuse to be disposable and take control of your dating life before it's too late.